care. Okay, back in the saddle again here. It's time for me to show you a few things here about the Constitution that you do not think is going to be the real McCoy here. You see that sign up there? That sign up there is in the House of Representatives. You see this every day when they turn the programs on there so the viewers can watch what's going on in the House of Representatives. You got the American flag there, and then you got the chairman sitting right there. But on each side of this flag, you see that there on that side and that side, that must be at least 8 feet tall. It seems to be when I compare it to an adult walking around the floor there. And you know what that is? That's a fascia. That's Hitler's Mussolini that you're looking at there. And you see the same thing here on the dime. You know, that's the bundle there. See? And that's called the fascia. That's on your dime, right there. Now, why do they have that? And the fascia on each side here. Who put that up there? I don't know who did that. But you can't go around and saying that you believe in the Constitution. Because you don't have the Constitution up here. You got the fascia up there. And all you people never noticed that? It's time you wake up to notice that. So my question now is on that particular subject. By what circumstances does the Constitution represent the fascia? That's an interesting question. You go out there and you find out. And if America is a free enterprise, why do we have the fascia in the House of Representatives? Where in the Constitution does it say anything about the fascia? How is it that the congressmen and the representatives all over the place swear to uphold the Constitution and then they go and speak with a fascia on each side of them, on each side of the flag? How does that represent the Constitution and America as being independent? Why do we have this stuff from the days of Mussolini? How come that is so? I have no idea why that is so, but you go and find out for yourself. Well, I do have an idea, but you go and find out yourself. Because America has basically been under the jurisprudence of the British. We have never been really independent, except that which existed in an illusion. You have been deceived, folks. All of you have been deceived. And I call this the arrogance of ignorance. You're arrogantly ignorant because you failed to take advantage of the opportunity to learn. You know, there's another interesting thing I'm going to point out to you here. We go to school to learn a trade. Maybe you want to be an engineer, or you want to be an airline pilot, or you want to be a good mechanic. Maybe a race car mechanic, you know, high-level stuff. Or you want to be an accountant, and you want to be an economist, or you want to be how about a contractor, a plumber, electrician, and all that stuff there, a house builder? You got to pass all kinds of tests to do this. And then your work has to be inspected, your plumbing has to be inspected, your sheetrock, your drywall, and the air conditioning, the heating and cooling stuff, all that has to be inspected. And everything else has to pass the test before you can get a certificate of occupancy to your house. Foundation, there is nothing in there that is above being inspected by an inspector who ostensibly have the knowledge to do this. But what test do we employ on the politicians? What test does the president have to get into the White House? Where is his credentials? How about All the senators who swear to uphold the Constitution. And that we're a republic. Where's the evidence of anything other than ignorance? Do they pass a test? You got to pass a test to drive a car. So where is all this display of intelligence when we are bankrupt? And we'll get into that as the segments slip by us here. America is bankrupt, and I'll illustrate something very fascinating because I didn't write any of this stuff. I don't want you to believe anything that I say. But because I speak up, I'm labeled a radical, and I become the enemy of the state. Have I now become your enemy because I tell the truth? That's a biblical statement there. It's an amazing thing to watch all this credibility by people who say they have the knowledge. In this country, we have more economists from high-level institutions, and we're bankrupt. Where's the value of all this thing? The dollar is down in the dump. So where's the value of all these degrees in economics? If you were a contractor and you passed the test to build a house and you couldn't do it, but you talked about it, but you never actually built a house that had any substance to it. Like the House of America, it's falling down, crumbling right before your nose. So where's the value of all this enormous amount of education that costs 30, 40, 50, 60,000 bucks a year to go to these schools? And where's the value of it? What have you learned? Why are we so much in trouble in this country? Is that a reflection on our ignorance, or is that a reflection on our knowledge level? It's a reflection of ignorance, because you and I have ditched. We're in a ditch. We can't seem to get out of it either. We got all these experts now to pull us out of the ditch. We print money out of nothing, but we do nothing to straighten out our problem. How do you straighten out your problem? You find the application and answers out there yourself. Go and look for it. I could suggest that you start understanding what's in the Bible. But to read the Bible in for and by itself isn't going to do the job. But when you start studying the corrupt political system and the monetary system all around the world, I'll give you a clue. There was a famous gentleman, and a banker. He said, "Give me a control over a nation's money and I care not who makes the law." That was Rothschild. Good old Rothschild over there in good old England. He said that because the money is the law, the money is the corporation that runs the world. Yeah, that's what it is. Money is the constitution of the world, because it depends on profit in order to work. On the next segment, I'm gonna go into that. I'm gonna show you these things here on my other camera, because we need to check this out and see where it's gonna take you. But you need to go and figure out all these things yourself, because I'm not gonna do it for you. I've done it for myself. And now I sit here in front of the cameras after an absence of 2 years. Do you think I've been idle these 2 years? No, I've been working extremely hard to get where I am with respect to the knowledge there. And I've been up against the professors in economics from Harvard, Princeton, and Yale. And I talked to them. And they can't prove me wrong, because I got the documentation. And the documentation is out there, folks. If you want to find it, the truth will set you free if you find it. But It's not going to be easy to do that. Okay, we're out of time again for this segment. You take care. We'll see you on around the corner. Well, hello again. We're back in the saddle and we'll ride some more. All right, now let me show you something here. We're going to go to our other camera here. I'm going to put that up there. And we're going to stay there for a little bit now. Here you have the United States is still a British colony, extorting taxes for the crown, a documentary review of